Hello aviators, my name is Neil Constantino and today I have for you another video. Today we'll be talking about VFR sectional charts. Now we learn about VFR sectional charts in our private pilot training, so I'm pretty sure we're all familiar of the basics of it, but we're just going to do a little recap. So a sectional chart is a type of aeronautical chart designed for navigation under visual flight rules. Sectional charts show topographical features like terrain, airport information, airspaces, navigational aids, and ground features that would be recognizable to pilots who are flying under VFR conditions. For today's example, I'll be using the VFR on my iPad on 4Flight, and yes, it is valid. It's not expired, so everything should be valid. Because terrain, frequencies, and even airspaces change from time to time, it is vital to make sure that the chart you will be using for navigational purposes is valid and not expired. Now you can use an expired sectional chart for planning purposes or just for training purposes, but not for navigational purposes. It is good to know that charts are updated every 6 months. So yeah, make sure that it is valid when you are using it for navigational purposes. So for today's video, I'll be using my home base airport, which is Honolulu or Daniel K. Inouye Airport, which is located on Oahu, Hawaii. As we see here, we can see a lot of information, a lot of abundance information regarding Class Bravo and different types of airspaces. As we can see here, we have Class Delta donated by the dash blue markings, and Class Bravo with the solid blue markings. Here we see that there's no special VFR. The name of the airport, Inouye International. Control tower frequency is 118.1. ATIS is 127.9. The elevation of the runway is 13. There is lighting available. And the longest runway is 12,300 feet. If you don't know by now what these yellow things are here, all over here, you see them highlighted in yellow. I'm pretty sure you would know by now because we are working on our commercial. But the yellow stands for areas of populated areas, and if you fly at night and you look down in these areas, you would see light. So if you're flying here at night, you would see light all over here but no light here because it's not shaded in yellow. Now moving on to here, we all know that these things here, these little M's, are man-made objects. These are towers. So right next to the man-made objects, we'll see the altitude of it. So this altitude here is the feet in MSL of the top of the tower, and the bottom here is the AGL feet. So what I like to think, and what a lot of other people like to think, is if you hit the top of the tower with your airplane, it will read, your altimeter will read 1,564, and you will fall 1,500 feet off of the tower. When you look at a VFR sectional chart, you can see these flags here, and these are VFR checkpoints that you could tell tower where you're at, and they will generally know the location that you're at. You can see here that there's more flags here: Harbor View, H1, H2 interchange, and the Sugar Mill. You can also see here that there are restricted airspaces here. Now these are airspaces that you can fly through, but you would just need permission from the respected frequency to ask for permission to fly there. Here you can see an alert area. Here we see a prohibited area over the White House. It's denoted by the P-56, P standing for prohibited, over the White House. This means that you cannot fly through that airspace. Here we have another example of a restricted airspace. This is over the Marine Corps base of Camp Pendleton in California, and it's restricted because it is a military base, and usually there's times of where there's live artillery fire, fighter jets training in the area, so you can fly through them. You just need permission from the respected frequency again.